Fala, meus amigos! Fala, minhas amigas! Sejam muito bem-vindos e muito bem-vindas a mais uma entrevista aqui do ImagensCast. Quem fala aqui, como sempre, é o Manu. Antes da gente começar a trocar nossa ideia com o nosso convidado, peço para que você se inscreva no canal, ative as notificações, deixe o like já adiantado, nos siga nas redes sociais. Se quiser e puder contribuir com o meu trabalho via Pix, considere se tornar membro aqui do canal. O botão Seja Membro está aqui embaixo, é só você clicar. A partir de R$ 2,99 você vira membro, tem benefícios por isso. E ajuda o canal mensalmente. Dentre os benefícios, você consegue 10% de desconto em compras na loja do Overload. O link para a loja do Overload também está aqui na descrição. Dentre os benefícios, você também consegue me ajudar a fazer as pautas, como é o caso dos membros Rafael Veloso, Rafael Correia e Leon Dias, que me ajudaram a fazer a pauta da entrevista de hoje. Um abraço para vocês, amigos. Nosso convidado é uma lenda da guitarra, tocou em bandas como Halloween, está voltando com o Masterplan e está aqui no Brasil para fazer alguns shows. Estou falando do lendário guitarrista Roland Grappel. Mr. Grappel, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Nice to be back in Brazil.
Right. So, straight to the point, you are about to do 3 concerts in Santo André, São Paulo, Limeira. So, what can the fans expect from those shows? And how excited are you to be back in Brazil?
First, to expect some material which I didn't play for more than 30 years, and
Wow.
I'm a bit nervous and excited, and I don't know why I was choosing this kind of songs, but I thought it's easier than I thought, as I remembered. But it's a lot of work and rehearsing here in the room. Now today is the first time with the band, tomorrow the second time. So I will be. It's exciting, definitely. I hope everything is going well for playing wise, the fans accepting everything, like we offer something really special, and I think they will like it.
Okay. The first time you came to Brazil was on the time of the Oath Tour at Monsters of Rock. What do you remember about that visit?
That was very exciting for us. I think nobody knew what's going on when you come first time to this South American continent and going to Brazil. And we didn't expect so many fans here, at that time. We knew we had fans worldwide, but first time to come here and see this crazy audience, it's amazing. I mean, the show was a bit chaos for me. I had technical problems at that time. I remember that very well. Halloween had a situation with the budget. We wanted to save some money, and my roadie stayed in England. And so my guitar was out of tune from the beginning, in the wrong tuning, because we played since the middle of 90s, half step down. And the roadie who was with me was a stage manager, not even taking care about me. And so I had a wrong tuning, and I was not really happy. And it's a shame when you come the first time and play a stadium, and it's always something technical, but I think the people loved it anyway. And I remember just that, when you come the first time and play a stadium, so many fans remember. And I'm happy that people love me, especially from that time. And I'm missing it. I just would like to do it a bit better if I could,
Right. You are well known for being a very technical guitar player. So, as a guitar player, I gotta ask you: do you have any practice routine that you can share with us?
Oh, don't ask me. Yeah, when I was younger in Halloween, and I played every day, I don't know, as much as I wanted, like 4, 5, 6 hours per day. When I was younger, I was even 12 hours per day. But that was the beginning when I was 16 or something like that. But in Halloween, I played every day. I put CDs in, like my favorite CDs, and I just played along. I didn't learn songs. I was never good or interested in learning as an artist. So I can't play any of my favorite, Scorpions or Van Halen or Yngwie at that time. So I can't play any of these songs. But the inspiration for me was important. To play my style on these songs from them, just on the top, it's like improvising. That's what I liked a lot, and I also before Halloween I was a big fan of Steve Lukather. So this guy was the biggest studio musician ever. He played on so many pop albums, and I love to learn all the solo parts from him. He's the only guy I really learned the scales because he was one of the first persons who had this video coming, guitar videos with Brian May together. He was one of the first people. And this is what I learned when I was, I don't know, 20, 21, something like that. And but the last 15 years, I have to say, I'm really, really lazy because that's, it's like you're not getting much worse, but you forget a bit. The routine helps a lot when you rehearse every day. But I have so many work in my studio, working for other bands, recording, mixing albums, and mastering. And now the last months, I went back to the guitar and I said, oh my God, it's really heavy stuff I have to learn. And I played when I was like 25 years younger. It was a bit easier for me. So that's a key. So I'm not really rehearsing much, but I like to play guitar. Just like sometimes I'm watching TV and just have the guitar in my hand. Like I think Eddie Van Halen did the same. So I like this.
Yeah.
I don't want to think too much. Just do it. Like the finger has to move, the bending, and all the vibrato and all the stuff. And sometimes something new comes out. That's nice.
Great. Well, talking about something new, Masterplan is releasing a new song, Rise Again. Mm-hmm. So how was the composition of this song?
Well, this song is already a couple of years old. I wrote it with our keyboard player Axel, and we recorded everything 1 or 1.5 years ago already. And it's not the first song, it's not the one which is best. It's just a song we are finished so far. I think it's a really good mid-tempo number with nice melodies, with groovy kind of verses and bridge. And I like it a lot. It's not really big, so not even a solo part inside. But that's the first one of the album we're now doing, and it was finished. And so it's a good song. It's just to be back, and we wanted to support our tour, which is in 3-4 weeks. We start in Europe, tour with Firewind, and we wanted to have some new song out, and maybe next month is the second song, which is totally different. It's more brutal, more faster. And then we have a lot of controversial or mixed kind of styles on the new album. And people, it's not the same like we always do. I'm never famous to repeat myself, but I think it's pretty good stuff that's coming.
Great. So will we hear this new song, Rise Again, at these concerts you're about to make?
No. This is basically the idea for this concert was for me play as many of my songs from Halloween and from Uli Kusch. So this was my idea. I think because one reason is Halloween is not playing these songs, and I think they're really strong and powerful songs. I mean, 2 of my songs are even album titles, Time of the Rose and Dark Ride. And Uli had such a great songs as well. And I just wanted to play stuff from him because we are friends, and I even asked him if he would join me, but he doesn't want to. So we have 10, 11 songs for Halloween and just a couple of Masterplan. Like 4.
Right. 4. Some questions about Masterplan. Can we expect new songs or even a new Masterplan album coming in the future?
The new song, Rise Again, is the first one from 14 songs we have. Wow. And I think early summer the album comes out.
Oh, nice. So the album is ready, right?
The album is ready, just some vocal parts are missing and lyrics. I even mixed it already. So the music is mixed, the drums, everything is recorded, guitars, everything is done. It's just vocals missing because of time problems we have. And some ideas for the lyrics missing, that's why.
The songs were mainly composed by you?
The whole album?
Yeah.
No, it's we have 2-3 songs which are friends of mine wrote for us, and Axel and me, the keyboard player, we wrote 50-50 out of the rest of the songs. So I'm not writing everything alone.
Nice. So why did Masterplan got into a hiatus and took so much time to release new material?
I don't know. It's a kind of. I told him before. I'm really busy with my studio, and which is my main job. Masterplan is my band, and I love this band. And But you have to take care where the money comes, and the most of my income comes from the studio.
Yeah.
And to be honest, and that's how it is. We're not so famous as a position that we make an album and can live. Nobody can live from this anymore. The band, you know. I mean, all the other 4 members have jobs, normal jobs, and Jari is a musician and me, and studio owner. That's why I make some money. But it's more difficult for us, and that's why I always had this. Oh, okay, customer comes, Masterplan has to wait. That's how I made it, you know. And it took nearly 10 years. Okay, between we did live album mixing. Now the anniversary, I don't know if other people know that album came out, the first album. And there's a special DVD on Masterplan Live in Gothenburg from 2003. And I mixed it and edited the video. And I'm really proud of it. You should all watch it. It's really good material. So we were busy. Everything is not so easy anymore. But that's the main reason, you know, that we took 10 years. Or 11.
Nice. Jorn has left Masterplan in 2012. Is there still any possibility of a partnership with him in the future?
I think it's no problem. We are really good friends, and he's the kind of guy. He left the band without telling us. You know, it's not a talk between us. He just didn't answer my messages. Jorn, what about the next album? Are you still in the band? And no answers. Then I met him in Israel 2017, 18, something like that. And we're still friends. We drink beer together, laughing. And he said to me, officially, I never left the band. You know?
Yeah, technically.
It's like that's Jorn, you know. It's like, I think if I asked him if he wants to be special guest or something, he would sing, of course. Like, no, it's no problem with him. We're good friends.
Oh, maybe in this next album. Why not? Come on, Jorn.
Yeah.
That would be great. Jari from Stratovarius, you worked in Stratovarius for a long time. What changed in Masterplan music with his joining the band?
He's not so much involved in the songwriting. He's not writing any songs. He's a great bass player and a great guy to hang out with, and I love him on stage. He has a good energy. But he's not such a guy who writes any song or ideas. I don't know why. I always ask him, but you know, it's kind of pity. But he's a great guy, and I love to keep him. You know, because when we play or touring together, we always have fun. That's the main key. You know, you don't want to fight with people, and that's for me the best. You know, making music is with friends, and the friendship should be strong and good, and that's how it is nowadays. You know, our lineup now is really positive.
As you said, you're going to play a lot of Halloween stuff in these shows. So I want to know, what was it like joining Halloween? How did you join the band? What was like replacing Kai Hansen? How was the public acceptance at the time?
You know, I was a pretty, in Hamburg at least, famous musician, and the band Rampage. And Mikey saw us a couple of times in Hamburg, and he liked my guitar playing and my stage acting a lot. And we have anyway the same heroes like Michael Schenker, Oli John Ross, Scorpions, and you know, and many more, of course. And so he came to me when I was already 29, asked me to join Halloween for Kai Hansen, and then I said, I don't know the band, you know, Halloween. I know the name, I heard it a couple of times. And I had a magazine in front of me called Fachblatt at that time. It was a guitar and bass magazine, and Halloween was front cover. And I said, who are you? Which guy is talking to me from this picture? And then he said, the ugly one, that's me. That's Mikey. And next day I went to him. He lived so close to me, I could walk there in Hamburg, you know. So I walked to him. It was like a 10 minutes walk or 15 minutes. And then he played me I Want Out, Future World, The Tale That Wasn't Right, and I think one more song, that's it. Not the brutal stuff, only the melodic stuff, because he had fear that I don't like the style. And I liked it, and I said I liked the singer very much. Michael Kiske was really impressing me. And that's how I started. And of course, I was excited. But people always ask me how it was to replace Kai Hansen. I didn't know Kai, and I didn't care. You know, I was totally open. I was not influenced by the band. I didn't know how to work before. And so I did just my work, my job. And as many people know, I made most metal songs on the Pink Bubbles. I was a bit shocked that 2 years later, after great touring, that the other guys didn't write metal songs. So, and I said, maybe the fans will blame me, the new guy. You know, but it wasn't me. Yeah. So it was very exciting. I loved it. I quit my job. I was a car mechanic, and I went to America after 2 months with Halloween, and first tour away from home. I couldn't speak English at that time, and it was really a challenge for me. And I was the oldest guy in the band. It was strange, you know. Michael Kiske is 9 years younger than me, and he was really good in English and very self-secure and everything. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I was very welcomed in the band, you know, and the fans, especially in Japan. I didn't feel anything I'm the new guy. They took me with open arms, you know. It was great.
Oh, nice. So you joined the band and you released Pink Bubbles, and then you released Chameleon in 1993. Then Michael Kiske leaves the band. Was it hard to deal with that? Because the band already had Kai Hansen, and then Michael Kiske leaves.
No, he didn't leave. He was fired.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was difficult, of course. You know, first you play in a band, and then you see it doesn't work. There was always like different opinions, different kind of taste. When we did the Chameleon album, was just the end of the problem. You know, I mean, this album, many people like it now, but at that time, fans were shocked, and how you can release something which is totally different from Keeper 1 and 2, you know. So I went in Japan on the end of the tour to, like you said, I think it's not good what we're doing for the fans. I see even fans crying, and you know, they were so sad that we play all the ballads and, you know, no metal songs anymore. And that's why, and of course, it was really weird. And Waiki took care again. He was the leader of the band. And, so we needed a new singer, and then Andy Darius came.
Okay.
And then of course, at the same time, Ingo went. So was sick.
Yeah, so that was my next question. The Chameleon tour, Ingo was no longer well. What was your relationship with him like? What were your last shows with him like?
Last show? I think it was Japan. Yeah, if I'm right. But he was on stage. We had to make a break in the middle of the show, and so he saw some strange stuff. I don't want to go to details. You know, it's like he had really trouble, and he was crying on stage.
Wow.
We tried to help him, and we continued playing without him. So we took the acoustic guitars and playing some ballads and like 3-4 songs, and then we finished a bit earlier. And it was really difficult. And then, yeah, he got a break for 1 year to get to the hospital. And the band said, when you're fine again, you come back. And then he wasn't fine. We were not the best friends because his best friend was Kai Hansen. And he missed him a lot. I can tell you, this was really happening. And I had always a bit distance to him, you know, but he was very impressed when he heard my new songs like Mankind and The Chance. Then he accepted me finally, you know, better. But he was great drummer. I think he was an amazing drummer.
Okay, so what was the writing process like for the albums, The Time of the Old and The Dark Ride? Those are some of my favorite albums of all time, man.
Writing process, I think Time of the Old was just such a positive kind of feeling in the band. You know, we had to change the lineup. Everything went like here to there. You know, we had gold records, platinum records, big income. We had really good money after many problems of years. And this gives you a positive, it's like a drug, it gives you a positive thing, you know, you make something and the other guy makes something and then it's just, wow. the chemistry of the band members. And I think the best was on Master of the Rings, Time of the Oath. And Better Than Raw was a bit more stiff, I would say. The market change, Japan was getting weaker for the market, metal market. And then Dark Ride was getting really complicated. It was, the album title says it all. All the lyrics is about the band. I wrote the Dark Ride song about the band situation. Escalation.
Escalation 666, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's about band members. They were fighting with me. They hated me. I was already fired before, and Roy Z tried to help me all the time. And then we went on tour, and I thought everything is fine again. And after the tour, I was fired with Uli Kusch. I was surprised by Uli. This is kind of situation. You see, sometimes I think the best albums are made when even tension is in the band. You don't need to be always the best friends. You have something, experience, and mix it with a little drama, drastic stuff, and then some magic comes out. And I think this is happening with the Dark Ride.
So how was it for you? Because, as you said, the Dark Ride was very well received. And from one side, you see the critics and the fans going crazy. Like, Helloween's the best band in the world, everything is great. But inside the band, you live in the band, things are not going so well. And how was it like living the band?
No, the recording was a problem. We went all like living together on Tenerife for, I don't know, 3.5 or 6 months all together with mixing. And there was a lot of happening, but after that, the album, the result, people saw how beautiful people take it. I mean, of course, a couple of people say, again, they changed the style. But I think it's a great album. I'm really proud. It was my last album with them. The touring was fine. People loved it. And, I think the feeling in the band was good for my taste. But maybe I was wrong, like you see. And so after leaving Helloween, I was, of course, really sad. Surprised, Uli as well. But the positive stuff was that I wasn't alone. I was with Uli Kusch, and I had a meeting with Roy Z again. We talked about the studio again, why it is all happening. And he told me his opinion, and it helped me a little. The worst is when you're alone and hanging with your girlfriend at home and crying. But we immediately started working again. So we had already a couple of songs, which Helloween didn't want it. One was Soulburn. The chorus came later. I wrote the chorus. And another song I don't remember now. The ballad. Step Into the Light. It was also good. And but then we started and we were euphoric and we wanted to show we're still strong alone and we want to survive. And I told Uli we need to fight for a really good, powerful album and good music that the fans will accept it. As a new band, it's not so easy just to say we were ex-members. It doesn't help you. It helps you deliver something strong. And that's what we did, especially with the singer Jorn, which was just something magic again. It's like the voice you didn't expect first, and then how he makes melodies different and lyrics. It's just, for me, it's wow. It was the combination of it again.
Yeah, the first two Masterplan albums are also very well accepted, and then Uli Kusch leaves the band. Why did he leave the band?
I don't know. It's maybe the same reason why he was not in Helloween anymore. He's very complicated. I mean, I considered him as my best friend. I even said to him, "You're like my brother." But he's like ups and downs all the time. And I think he was very unhappy with the situation that I was stronger in front of the press and talked more about interviews about the band. I was choosing the numbers of the songs, which is a B-side, which is not. I thought the fans should get more the metal songs, not the complicated songs. That is nothing drastic. It was just a little bit here, a little bit there, then talking and here. And I think the main reason also is he felt money-wise we were unstable. We didn't have this potential like Helloween. So we had sometimes good money, sometimes nothing for a couple of months, and some shows, and then again. And he has 4 kids. So he needs to take care about 4 kids with 2 families here. And so he has a normal job now. That's why I think he wanted just to go out of the music business. He was tired about all the stress he had. Not Masterplan, was Helloween altogether. You know?
Okay, for these master plans come back, the formation of the band will be you, Axel, Rick, Yadi, and Kevin, right?
Kevin, yeah. Kevin Good.
Exactly. Just a few more questions. You would be considering to reunite with some older master plan friends, right? Like Jorn and Uli.
This is like, we could do the same, this lineup, and have special guests, Jorn and Uli.
Absolutely.
And put them together. But who will pay for it? You know?
Yeah.
We are not Helloween. Helloween has like 7,000 people, 10,000 people in the venue. And we are playing in front of 200. You know, this is not worth to think about it. So if there will be big hype and big offer of or chance to get bigger venues, then I think everybody would be interested. You know, this is a key. It's about the dream of the fans, and the reality is not so easy. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, I don't mind to play with Jorn. It would be nice, and Uli together. You know, Uli is my favorite drummer, to be honest, and I loved his ideas. His songwriting ideas is just mega special. He gave me half of a song, and I finished it with him. So we were like a dream team, you know. And so he was inspiration for me. And so of course I even talked to him a couple of months ago and said, let's do something again, man. I'm always pushing him. Why you don't want to do anything? And I said, come on, we're not getting younger. Let's do it now. Soon it's too late. Yeah, that's what I've been telling him. You know, it's like, I don't know, something is like blocked here. You know, staying home, not doing anything, and fans waiting for him. I mean, he's so many people writing the best drummer. His style is really good. I mean, so easy and swinging. You know, I like the swing he has and the simple work and everything.
Okay, so just 2 more questions. Depending on how those 3 concerts play out in terms of audience and public, can we expect some master plan shows in Brazil in the future?
There is a plan, yeah, maybe this year. So we're planning something, but the end of the year. So first we go on European tour, then some festivals we do in Europe, and maybe again with this band you mentioned, we're coming here, but it's not 100%.
Oh,
but we're talking.
I hope it happens. So, last but not least, your last solo album, Kaleidoscope, was released in 1999. Is there a possibility of a new solo album? Do you think about it?
Slowly, yes. Yeah, because I'm missing the part where I can do anything I want without being in this kind of frame. This is not Masterplan sound. Why you do this? You know, I'm missing this a little bit. I don't want to make a neoclassical album, but I want to play maybe solo album again with Stratocaster. People missing also the sound of my Helloween Stratocaster sound, and maybe me singing with some special guest singers or something. You know, so like a freedom album, like totally open, more like back to the roots, like. Not copying Helloween in that style, but this kind of catchy songs, not too complicated. You know, playing my Strato solo I play different on the Stratocaster. It's a totally different instrument. I play faster. I play more arpeggios or something. I have a different sound. I play Marshalls, and it doesn't work for Masterplan. You know, but I did it on the Pumpkins album. All the solo parts is Stratocaster, and nobody realized it. They're always asking me, why you don't play Strato? So this is the idea for solo album. I have a couple of songs already, and so let's see. Maybe end of the year, I'm officially can say I'm done with the album, releasing it soon, something like that.
Oh, that is great. Mr. Grappo, I think this is it. I'll appreciate you for your time. Thank you. So,
Thank you.
time is yours to give a last message to our fans here in Brazil. And invite them to the upcoming concerts.
Yeah, so I think I would like to see you all on the weekend. 3 shows. Definitely, I'm looking forward to see you all again, and I hope you will enjoy it. That we have a special set list, and if there's some wrong notes, don't worry. It's very complicated stuff. I think it's a challenge. So people enjoy it, and don't believe all the rumors. Love you. Ciao.
Thank you, Mr. Grappo. I'm gonna finish in Portuguese, ok?
Ok.
Pessoal, espero que vocês tenham curtido a nossa entrevista com Roland Grappo. Se vocês gostaram, deixem um like. Não se esqueçam de se inscrever no canal, ativar as notificações, nos sigam nas redes sociais. Quem quiser e puder contribuir com o meu trabalho via Pix, considere se tornar membro aqui do canal. Virando membro, você tem 10% de desconto na loja da Overload, cujo link também está aqui na descrição, tá? Aguardem as próximas entrevistas e é isso aí. Falou!